Hey guys, guess what? We're back, Garage Gamers, for 2017.
Finally back.
I know,
it's been a long time.
It has been a long time, and I'm sure the three of you who watch this have really missed us. But we're back to keep you all entertained. Maybe we can get 4 or 5 people, we'll see what happens.
2017, another 5 people watching.
2017, yeah, that's our goal anyway, our KPI for the end of the year. If I get 5 people watching.
Get 5 if we don't get 2.
We just do it for the fun of it. We don't care how many people see it. You know, it's all a bit of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. I am Icecube is what I'm told that people call me.
Have you ever told them why?
Yeah, it's because I got this kind of ice cube shaped head thing going on, like this whole square jaw and square head thing. But
mystery revealed.
Yeah, that's why. And it was if you've watched a previous episode, you know that I got that nickname because I actually got it in high school and for some reason decided to keep it for these videos, which I don't know if that's a good idea.
Not because he's a famous rapper.
Yeah, definitely not. No, I can't rap for crap.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, that's bad. They've already stopped watching. Alright, let's get on with it.
Okay, so look, we've got a special one. We have to recap 2016, right? We're 2017, we're a bit late. Well, not really late for this. We're actually on time for this.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we got as much as we could in.
Yeah.
Some games came out really late.
Yeah, like all those ones that came out on December 31st. You've got to factor in those ones as well. There's a note on the screen. I'm going to get rid of that. Boom. Now, so what we're going to do is give you our top 10 personal favourite games of 2016. Completely biased. Quality takes a backseat to personal preference. Yeah. But we're going to kind of take turns, so we'll go 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, and so forth. Let us know if you agree with it. If you disagree with it, I'm sure there's going to be some shock decisions in there. So feel free to comment below.
These are our games. It doesn't represent like the best games. Just what we enjoyed the most.
Mine do. His don't.
Okay. Actually, mine probably don't. There's a lot of smaller ones in there.
So, just getting my trusty list written on the back of an open bill. I think I've chucked the bill up,
Still
but I've got the
address.
envelope. There's no address on there.
There's people zooming in right now.
Alright, so, who's going to go first? You want to go first? Number 10? Oh, there's a catch with this. I should say, to make things go fast, we have to give one reason why we like it and try to say it in like one sentence.
You go first then. Starting from number 10 and work your way
number
to the
10
best.
down. Okay. So for number 10, I'm going to start with a bit of controversy just to get the ball rolling. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is going to be my number 10. I know like a lot of people hated on it, and I can understand why they hated on it, but I personally like the free running, and I like Faith as a character. That's my quick summary of that. What's your number 10, Zorbz?
My number 10 I put as Oxenfree. I could have put this higher, I just didn't. It's hard to put these things in a list, but I thought it was a really good story, kept me intrigued, and I liked the dialogue options.
That was an indie game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Check out Oxenfree. My number 9 going up the list is, let's get the controversies continuing to roll, Tom Clancy's The Division.
People like that.
I was quite a fan. A lot of people hated it. I don't think there's any need to hate on this game. It was good. Overall, it was a good game. It got a bit repetitive after a while. I can't go into too much depth. I got to limit the word count. I liked it because of the, let's just say, graphics and RPG elements brought into a shooter. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
So
number 9 for you.
Number 9. This is a weird one. Dragon Quest Builders. I had no idea and no intention of playing this.
Yeah.
And then when I reviewed it, I was like, wow, I actually really like this game.
Okay.
And it's so meaty. There's so much to do in it.
Okay. Good. Let's keep this rolling. Number 8. Number 8 I'm going to give to Forza Horizon 3 because A, it's Forza and there really isn't a better racing game out there. And B, it's done in Australia. You have to. Yeah. You got to go. We're from Australia. If you couldn't tell from our Aussie accents.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of national pride in that one. So there you go.
So my number 8. This is so weird. Is actually Forza Horizon 3 as well.
No wonder you laughed when I said that.
Again, I spent some of my adult life living in the Gold Coast, so that setting of Surfers Paradise and that really, it made me feel like I was home.
Yeah.
Just awesome graphics.
Did you drive through your backyard by any chance?
No, but I drove through Cavill Ave in Surfers Paradise, and I was like, I've been here. This is crazy.
Nice.
So yeah, it's an awesome car racing game for fans of games that aren't car racing. Like, I don't like car racing.
Well, that's
games,
it. We neither of us are big car racing fans.
unless it's arcade, like Need for Speed or something. I like.
Well,
those.
it still depends for me. It's like I like Forza the best at the moment because it's actually super realistic, but it's playable. All super realistic games, just usually before Forza, were kind of really unplayable. They were too technical.
Yeah, it's like brake to 0, and then you were able
and
to
you
turn.
spend the whole time spinning out on the spot. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, gotta keep this rolling. Number 7 is a game which actually is way down on my list. It should have been number 1, but it's down at number 7, particularly because of my previous interest in this game. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Anyone who knows me, I've seen previous Gamebug videos with me, and it would probably at some point have heard that like I'm a massive Deus Ex Human Revolution, I'm getting mixed up, Human Revolution fan. I love that one. This one was still good, that's why it's still on my list, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't as good as Human Revolution. It seemed to be a little bit worse for every reason.
But basically, you're saying it's still an amazing game to be on your list.
It's still an amazing game to be on my list, but really, like, the amount that I praised Deus Ex Human Revolution, it should have been higher.
Oh, okay.
So I should have spent that time saying why it's good instead of saying why it's bad. But it's still number 7.
We've got a review on there. Check our site.
There you go.
Number 7 for me, Firewatch.
Okay.
I heard mixed things about this. A lot of people saying it had an amazing story. A lot of people saying it was pointless. And I actually knew what the ending was before I played it, yet I was still engrossed in the story. And I still felt very uncomfortable in certain parts of it. And yeah, just awesome story.
Okay. All right. Number 6 for me was a game that, again, I used to love. And again, it was fine. It was good. Just a little bit over it, but it's good. Gears of War 4 for me. What can I say I liked about it most? It still had a good story for me, and I like the characters, actually. The characters turned out to be pretty good, so that's why I'm going to give it that.
Yeah, didn't make my list.
Yeah. Well, it's good enough to make mine.
Number 6, Telltale's Batman.
Okay.
I love myself some Telltale games.
Me too, but I haven't played this yet.
This was good because it was a different type of Batman story. It wasn't just the same old crap that you see all the time. And
in terms of Batman games,
in terms of Batman's story,
okay.
Like it wasn't the same old story.
Okay.
And yeah, every
Does his parents get shot at some point? I don't know how many times I can see that.
They do, but there's a difference about it. There's something different about his family that you find out. But yeah, every episode I just kept wanting to play the next one, and yeah.
Okay, so it's still good in Telltale storytelling ways.
Yeah, and they've updated the visuals and the engine. Still struggles at times, but
I'm waiting for them to bring it out on disc. I'm not going to buy it till they do
it. It is on
that.
disc.
No, it's not. It's actually a download code in there.
Yeah, but you get the first episode on the disc, and the rest is download. They're not going to put the whole thing on there.
Screw those guys, then. Seriously, I'm not. I refuse. Okay, number 5 now. We're in the top 5. So I'm going to give it to, well, it's what's summarized as Fire Emblem Fates. But it's kind of like a 3-game scenario. It's like Fire Emblem Conquer, Fire Emblem
Do you have a preference
Revelations.
out of those ones?
Yeah, I liked the one that I actually can't remember the name of. It was the darker one of the first 2.
I don't know.
Kind of the purpley colour one. Anyone that knows it will know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, there was one that was kind of for an easier learning curve and one that was for a harder learning curve. I like the harder one.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're all good because it's all kind of the same intertwined story.
Okay.
And I guess I'll say I like that because I love the animation and character design and story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think my theme has been story for all of these. So
I know how powerful the story.
Yeah. Number 5, Watch Dogs 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I still haven't even
that's
played.
not on my list.
I still haven't even played number 1, and I still love number 2. The story is just amazing. Like, I friggin' loved it. And I'm just going to use one quote to sum it up. That guy's so hipster, even his dick probably has a man bun.
Oh, that makes no sense to me, but it sounds bad.
Just,
bravo!
Yeah.
You
check out the review for it.
They're it's one of the many games, AAA titles out there that are just nobody's playing.
Yeah, and it's really good.
And look at and have you seen the number of copies of the big box version sitting at EB that they can't sell for the cheapest price ever?
I know. I don't know why.
I love the first one, but even I knew making a sequel was a bad idea from the start.
Oh, it got me in.
Okay. Number 4 for me is going to be an indie game called Inside, which I'll just say that I love it because, let's give it a couple of reasons. One, because it's done by Playdead, who did Limbo, and it's just as good, if not better than Limbo. And B, because I just love the way that it grabs you and keeps you engrossed throughout the entire game.
Okay.
What's your number 4, Zorbz?
Number 4, this was a hard one to, if it was going to be in the top 3 or not. I just edged out a bit. Dishonored 2. I was going to say 4 because I don't know why. Dishonored 2,
because
not 4.
You've been to the future.
Just, I don't know. I love the level design. I like how there's so many different ways to go about doing your missions. And, just had that really, what's the word for it? What's the word? Basically, everything's just so depressive. Like, everyone...
Depressing?
Yeah, it's just...
I find it depressing when they announced Dishonored 2.
Well, no, but you go through that world and everyone just looks miserable. It's just got this feel to it. And,
Okay,
it was awesome.
that could be alright. I think that game's really sexist, though.
Why?
Because you can only choose between one of 2 boys.
What?
I'm just gonna leave that one with you. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Alright then.
Come on, man! You don't pick up one and getting out there.
No.
Don't
I
worry.
played as a girl in it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, alright. You clearly missed that one. People watching this will know what I'm talking about. Okay, number 3. Number 3 for me is a game called, many of you viewers, Overwatch. This may surprise you. It surprises me because normally I'm a massive hater of these kind of multiplayer online first-person shooters. I'm really at them. I don't get them, but this one reeled me in. With this game, maybe learn why people get addicted to these online multiplayer first-person shooters, and I was doing it on repeat, and I was getting really good at it. The reason why I like it is because the variety of characters and character types allows people who aren't so quick on the trigger finger to have alternative options to help their team win.
Okay.
So
Still haven't played it.
yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's worth a go if you're curious.
Number 3 for me, Ratchet and Clank. I just love Ratchet and Clank. There you go, done. No. It looks like a Pixar movie. The visuals are just incredible. Fun gameplay. It's exactly like the old ones. So if you like the old ones, you'll like this one. Just great action, shooter, platformer mix. Yeah.
Cool.
Mosquitoes. This is what happens. We have freaking summer and
all the mozzies come out.
In this time, not winter like you American folk.
We're actually doing this outside.
What?
Okay,
You can clearly see a ceiling, but anyway.
number 2, we're getting near the top, Zorbz. Number 2.
Ooh.
This may be another bit of a shock because many may expect this to be number 1, but I'm going to put it number 2. Uncharted 4 is my number 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, and look, I've got nothing but praise for Uncharted series. I've played and finished every single one. I love it to death. It's the greatest thing ever. Well, almost the greatest thing ever, as it turns out. Why I've put it here, I mean, there's nothing bad to say. There's nothing. It's just everything's just amazing. Everything's amazing.
Except for the car driving, that shit me.
Nothing wrong with the car driving.
Didn't need it.
Oh, it added to it, definitely.
Eh.
You certainly did. That was amazing. Like doing spin outs in the mud on that Jeep was amazing. Oh, come on. All right, so Uncharted 4.
That was no surprise, by the way, because number 1 is like...
Yeah, you can't say it.
I'm not going to say it. I don't even know what it is, but I know what it is, if you know what I mean. So my number 2 is exactly the same as his. And
your number what?
My number 2.
Yeah, I
it's
think
exactly the same. Uncharted 4. And it would have been number 1 if it didn't have those stupid car driving sections.
Are you kidding me?
That was boring. I was like, come on, I just want to play the game.
This is the game.
It's too boring. I didn't like it.
Oh, you're kidding me. It's amazing.
Anyway, Just
It
amazing.
felt so good bouncing around in that thing.
Visuals, great story, great wrap up to the series. If you love 1, 2, and 3, you're not gonna not like number 4. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So,
And then if we say good wrap up to the series, what's the bet they just run out of ideas in 2 years' time and they go, let's do Uncharted 5. And all the investors
I don't think it'd be Naughty Dog. They'll get someone else to ruin it.
Yeah, probably.
Just like they did Jack and Daxter.
Probably.
And Crash Bandicoot.
Sony will figure out a way to ruin it. Yeah, just keep burning it till it's like the Simpsons. Just die already. Like you were fantastic, but stop, please. Okay. Because we can't be asked to add drum effects. Do you want to just do a little? Number 1 for me is Dark Souls 3.
Oh, what a
Surprise! It's the reason why. Look, the reason why I've gone Dark Souls 3 over Uncharted 4 is because there's so many. Where do I begin? There's just so many. I look at the entire industry, and a world without Dark Souls 3 to me, or a gaming universe without Dark Souls 3 to me, is a really boring, generic world. Dark Souls 3 just brings out so much. It just has so many unique concepts. It's just. I've got like one sentence down. I can't actually elaborate on this too much. Let's just say I love it because of the atmosphere, combat mechanics, which just second to none. Pick one.
Come on,
I'll leave it at that.
It's your number 1. You can say a bit more about it if you want.
Well, I'll go on forever. Seriously.
Is it better than 1 and 2?
I love them all equally. I can't put any other. Like, I think some people say they didn't like 2 as much. I don't get that. I love them all the same. They're just all amazing.
So if you love 1 and 2, you'll love this.
Absolutely. And also, don't discount Demon's Souls as well, because that's also amazing. In many ways, I like it more than the other ones as well. So anyway, it just caps off everything. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful in a dark, glorious kind of way. There's nothing quite like it. I know there's difficulty.
It depressing as well?
A little bit depressing, yes. It is. Well, it is. It's all very a nightmarish world, but it's just the imagination behind it. It's just spawned from a beautiful dark mind, and it's just out there. It feels like you're in a whole new universe, and you've got nothing but just amazing memories when you think back at the game. It's just from every level. It's just great. So. And also, like, when I look back at the previous gen games and I pick my favorite games from, like, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 era, the Dark Souls games just make it at the top.
That's why I knew it was going to be your number 1.
I know. I am biased, but I genuinely can't see anything better.
It's your list. If that's what you enjoyed the most, that's what you enjoyed the most.
I think quality-wise is the best, too. I think like, I mean...
I haven't played it yet, but I've played the other ones, and I know that they're great games. I just haven't got around to it. So I know... it's a good game without even having to play it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the difficulty frustrations that some people have, but there is a way around it. There's ways around it. You've got to kind of figure it out. Some enemies are like better suited to have spellcasters to beat them. Some enemies are better to have melee characters to beat them. But there's always a way. Always a way.
Give him an extra 5 seconds, he'll go on forever.
It's tough but fair. I warned you. Yeah, and that's just one thing. Anyway, I'm stopping now.
Check his review for the full detail.
There you go. It's on Gamebug. Number 1.
So number 1. Yes, machine gun applause. My number 1 is Inside. What was Inside on yours?
4 on mine.
Okay, so it was pretty close.
How is Dark Souls 3 not even on your top 10?
I haven't played it yet.
Just put it on there anyway.
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
So my number 1 is Inside because I love the atmosphere. I'm a big platformer gamer, and I love platforming games, obviously, and that sort of fits into that genre. I mean, that's all you basically do is run and jump, and pull and push things.
Yeah.
But it's the scope of the environments. You know, it's what is it, 2.5D?
Yeah. You can
so like it's 3D, but you're going left to right, but the world just looks massive, and you just feel so small and meaningless in it.
You never know what's around the corner in that game.
Yeah.
You never know. And every time, it's something new every time.
And it never tells you what to do. but you how do I say, instinctively know what to do.
Not always. Sometimes you're like,
but you figure it out.
you do figure it out.
It's not a puzzle game where it's like, oh my god, like I never had those moments where I wanted to just turn the game off and quit.
No, some bits take longer to figure out than others, though.
Yeah, and it's one of those games where I actually wanted to go through and play it again and get all those little collectibles and find the hidden ending, and also a game that I love showing people when they've never played it and seeing their reaction, because everyone's just like, whoa. This is heavy.
From the minute you start,
this is heavy.
How can a platformer get so heavy? You
I know. There's no dialogue
but
either.
That's what's so good about it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it for using simplicity to bring out such big emotions.
So minimal.
From the start.
So minimal in its story, yet it somehow has a better story than, what was it, Firewatch and
every
Batman
AAA title out there.
Yeah. So that's why I've given it number 1.
And that's why it's my number 4, anyway.
It's one of those ones that just, they don't come very often.
Yeah, okay.
So obviously if there's games that haven't been on here that you're like, oh, they didn't mention, we don't get time to play every single game.
Yeah, we do. We play them, and if they're not on here, they're shit.
Bullshit. I still haven't played Final Fantasy 15. I only played that demo that I did a preview for, so I've still got to play that. So unfortunately it didn't make my list, and I haven't played Dark Souls 3, so I didn't play my list.
Yeah, no, fair enough. There are some games I haven't
Honourable mentions! Quantum Break and Abzu threw it in
damn
there.
it! I told him you couldn't do honourable mentions.
Yep, there you go. Abzu and Quantum Break playing.
Alright.
Good games.
Okay, well thank you for tuning in, guys. I am Icecube, and this is... And yeah, please do your top 10 in the comments list. We'd love to see it, and everyone else would love to see it as well.
Yeah, I want to
share
know
your
some
opinions.
games that I haven't played.
Yeah, and there's a lot of AAA titles we did not include in this list as well.
Yes.
A
No
lot of
Battlefield 1, no Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I want to play both of those as well, to be honest. And I still have to try, what is it, Overwatch? I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, Overwatch is very popular. So yeah, thanks again, and we're going to do another video on this, which I think you'll find intriguing. We're going to
the worst video games,
and we've got multiple categories for the worst video games of 2016. And because I generally hated 2016, we're going to have a field day. So keep an eye for that one. That's going to come out after this. Yeah, tune into gamebug.com.au if you get a spare minute. There's lots of stuff happening there.
We love you all.
We will see you at the next episode. Bye.
Farewell.